martial art means honestly expressing yourself. I mean, it is easy for me to put on a show and be cocky, or I can show you some really fancy movement. But to express oneself honestly, not lying to oneself, and to express myself honestly, that, my friend, is very hard to do.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. And for that live moment we thrive, awakening as we make the dead come alive. Rise and walk, my son, come into the light. Inside the dark, we illuminate mics. Give knowledge to mediocre, the will to Neanderthal. Filter to the small, digital to analog. We steady advancing, rhyme enhancing. Simple minds can't keep up with this. Yeah, I'ma put it on the table. I ain't a thug, nigga, and player. I ain't playful. I'm just a non-seller, a man without label. Standing on my own.
And we're back. Welcome back to the Super Magic Sex Show. As always, we like to give a shout out to our musical guests, Binary Star. That was we're very fortunate to actually have them in the Hurricane Party studio playing that song live.
Such great guys.
Excellent guys. And and also, as always, again, the delicious food of Flaming Amy's. Probably the best burritos in America, and the most lovely ladies that serve us delicious burritos. All right, so thank you to our sponsors. So the U.S. is officially out of the World Cup. Who beat us?
Frickin' Belgians,
Belgium kicked us up out of there. And here's what bothers me about it. I don't really care about the sport itself. I mean, I like it. It's fun to watch. If you're really into like slow 90-minute low scoring games. But anyway, what bothers me about us not winning, I have two reasons why I'm bothered by this. One, I know that like it wasn't always like this, but nowadays everybody hates the US. Nobody wants to see us win.
It's just because we're the most kick-ass country in the world.
That's right.
I mean, we're just stomping everybody.
Thank you, Chief.
If we had just shown up and put some football players on that field, and would have given them some cleats and said, "Have at it, boys," we would be the champions.
Because
right
we produce the best athletes. And what I would have,
I'm telling you right now, most definitely.
Chief, do you think that football players would be as tough as they were without their pads on?
I'm going to tell you right now, they would.
No.
I got salt tablets right here.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Very good.
Touche, my friend.
So what bothers me is that I wish we would have won, not just for the point of like victory and to show we're the best, but that it would piss off every other nation. Like right now, if like Brazil wins, maybe people from Argentina would at least respect it, maybe. But if US won, the world would just be angry, and I'm sorry. I'm sad that that's not happening. Number two, when suppose Mexico won, Mexico City, which is like what, 10 million plus people,
if that, yeah.
would like stop working for an entire week, and all they would do is party. Like the whole
drink
country
tequila,
would just everyone would go crazy.
Sparklers,
U.S. wins,
titties,
whatever.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And don't forget the cocaine.
The cocaine. Cocaine off of every chick's every part is what's going to happen.
Oh, yes.
If U.S. wins, here's what's going to get televised. The truth. A parade with less people than we have listeners on the show. There'd be 45 people like with like kazoos and little like flags waving for the U.S. and the parade would be like 15 minutes and everyone would go home and go back to work. And it would piss off everyone in the world to know that, like, oh, we beat the pants off of you and we don't even give a shit. Like that's what bothers me.
I'm just going to tell y'all right now, we should just boycott it. I mean, we already win the Olympics. I got to watch some little fruitcake with no hair on him jump off some little board and do some flips to get in some water to get some kind of gold medal. You know, we should just not do the World Cup. We should just get over it and move on to real sports.
Now,
like
now I have a question for you. When we have the World Cup, when we have the Olympics. Granted, it's not the sports that you really prefer, like swimming and kicking a soccer ball. But officially, you're playing against the rest of the world. So when you say you are a gold medalist, you are the best in the world. When you win the World Cup, you are the best in the world. When you win the Super Bowl, you know where I'm going with this.
You're the best in the world.
How is that possible?
You guys should make out.
No, I'm saying no. I don't agree. I want to play devil's advocate. How are you the best in the world?
For tall chicks.
No,
it's a little short for my taste.
How do you reconcile only playing U.S. teams and being the best in the world?
The reason why is the United States is the best country in the world. Each state is almost its own government. Therefore,
so it's like little mini countries playing
exactly.
and so you're therefore the best in the world.
The other countries are just too pussy to play a real man sport of football. They don't want to get out there and knock around a little bit and get on it.
Now, I kind of want to shift gears here for a second. Now, what you do know about is the quality of good football, and you know how to deliver it, and you know how to be an authoritarian. You know how to work an athlete to the point of prime physical condition and athletic capability.
That's right. I make some fighting machines.
You make fighting machines. Now, it's my understanding, and I think you mentioned this earlier, that your fighting machines don't exactly pay the bills. You are a volunteer. Is that correct? You're currently volunteering.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
And that's fine. I'm not criticizing.
Oh
you.
hell, I'm just gonna come out and say it.
All right.
I'm living with my mama right now.
That's fine.
But
Me
but
too.
I'm working for the kids. I'm working for the kids on the side.
You're working
That's
for
these
admirable.
boys
That's
need to be.
admirable.
They need to be toughened up. They need to be ready to go, and they need to be given a swift kick in the ass
And
so
a
they can
salt
get out
tablet
there.
in the mouth.
Exactly, Obi. Now you're on my team. Now you're speaking my language.
Chief, I've always been a fan of yours.
I see what you're saying about this. At the end of the day, there's bills that have to be paid. We talked about this earlier, and you barely mentioned it, and so really this is happening live on the air. I don't know really the details of what you're about to tell me. Hopefully you can tell me, but you do have an alternate source of income. You consider yourself. All you said to me was you mentioned that you are an entrepreneur.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Can you kind of elaborate on that or explain?
Well, Lando, I'm not sure what you're driving at there.
Well, it's my understanding that it has nothing to do with the great sport of football or athleticism for that matter.
It actually has a lot to do with athleticism.
Okay.
And possibly the great sport of football.
Okay. So is this like a local business? Is this something you travel around to do?
It's actually international, Lando.
Okay.
I'm kind of branching out a little bit.
Okay. Why don't you just lay it down? Just tell us what you do to how you make it.
Well, I don't like the product. I don't like the product drop and toot my
no,
own
I'm giving you
horn,
an
so to
opportunity
speak,
to shamelessly promote yourself.
Toot it.
I am a finely tuned athletic machine.
Okay.
But unfortunately, it ain't quite paying the bills these days. I work for the kids. I get them out there. I try to get them in shape, get them ready for the real world. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I'm living at my mama's house.
That's right.
So
That's okay.
I figured a good way to come up with some extra income is just to do a little gay porn on the side.
Now, the last thing I know about you, the last thing about you is that you strike me as a lot of things. A homosexual man is not one of them. You're as far from being a homosexual.
Now let me clarify.
Okay.
I'm as straight as they come. I'm an Eagle Scout over here.
Thank you. Okay. Eagle Scout.
And I love Jesus. I go to church every Sunday.
There you do. Okay. Of course. So
And sometimes Wednesdays.
Eagle Scouts and multiple and by Eagle Scouting and bi-weekly church attendance has nothing. It keeps you so far from homosexuality. There's no way anyone could question where you're coming from. However, you do have a business that caters to homosexual men.
Well, I see all these city boys, and they're all running around in their tight jeans and their slick back hair, and, trying to act like women and stuff. And I thought, well, I'll give these boys a little something to look at, and
now
make a little extra cash on the side.
When these city boys, when you're walking around the city, you got a little money in those tight jeans.
I mean, that's absolutely right. Out here in the country, it's tough. I eat possum probably about twice a month. I just catch them. You know those motherfuckers. Those motherfuckers try to get up in my rafters and stuff, and
They get up in mama's rafters.
Drives my poor mama crazy. So I set up a trap, and instead of buying some damn bullshit beef that probably has hormones injected in it, I just stew me up a little possum.
That's great. I think I understand where you're coming from, but we're getting a little off track. I understand that.
Did I just throw you a red herring right there?
You did.
What kind of seasoning you use on
Now,
possum?
Obi, you're not helping.
I will share you my recipe.
All right, we'll talk
about
That's
it.
another.
It's
We'll
all,
talk about it later.
It's all about the sauce.
I would like to know. I'm interested. We'll talk about this later.
We'll talk about this later. I think we're all the listeners are curious as to the details of this business, and plus, I think we're giving you an opportunity to really promote yourself here. So let's get into it.
I appreciate it. That's why I came on the show.
Thank you. So what is there's these city boys. They're walking around with their tight jeans, slick back hair, looking like ladies, bunch of money in their pocket. Where how do you capitalize on these homos?
Well, honestly, I really like the great sport of hunting.
Okay.
And I noticed these fellas were running around with a camera on their head and shooting deer and all sorts of critters.
Sure, I've seen it. Yeah, online.
Yeah. Are you familiar with GoPro?
Yeah, it's a recording device. You can kind of wear it. Yeah, very popular, especially with YouTube. Yeah.
Well, I figured I could just buy me one of these things.
Okay.
And I could set it up on my table.
Okay.
And hell, I live with my mama, so we both know what I do fairly frequently. Mm-hmm. I was like, how can I make some money off of this?
Oh, so you're talking about what you do as a man fairly frequently.
I mean, hell, I got urges.
You're a grown ass man. Okay, fair enough. So I think we let's just say what we're talking about is GoPro videotaping, or not video, like GoPro recording, the image and the sound of you doing what a man does in his solitude.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, I've got a ripped body right here. This is a
No,
finely
you're an
tuned
athletic man.
athletic machine.
That's true.
And I was like, how can I capitalize on this athletic body for these little gay boys, in LA or New York City or wherever they're
I don't know. Yeah, not here.
No, I don't believe any of them would ever be from here.
Yeah. Now, here's my question. So basically, I'm just gonna say it in plain English. You are masturbating on camera, basically to attract the attention and money of gay men, mainly in America's more urban, wealthy environments. Now, you also are working with young men, essentially children, students. I would imagine that your identity is something that would, if revealed that this is something that you do online, that could severely compromise your ability to continue your efforts in middle school football, special teams coaching. How do you kind of work around that?
Well, honestly, I'm a God-fearing man, and people in my community know who I am, know what I stand up for, and all that other kind of stuff. Now, that being said, it costs money to view my site, which is El Toro Rojo Hey.
Now, can Obi, you help translate this for me. Can someone explain what El Toro Rojo Hey is?
He was trying to say El Toro Rojo, which is the Red Bull. But anyways, sorry, Chief. I didn't mean to be, correcting you. And
so
shit.
you're Chief.
I'll let it slide this time. You better watch yourself.
We know you as Chief, but is there? I mean, ultimately, again, you're still in an environment where the community knows you. You're active bi-weekly in your church community. People know you.
Yes,
They know
that's
your
correct.
face.
Yes,
Okay.
they do.
So
They
how
do.
do you? I mean, are you putting like are you putting everything on there online? You're showing yourself off to all these rich little the homosexual community of New York and LA and all your other target markets.
Well, let me just show a little trick. It's all about being slightly different because any old dude could get up there and jack off in front of the camera.
We've all seen that. We've all seen that. That's a dime a dozen.
Of sure. So to put a little spin on it, with the whole name of El Toro Rojo Hey and whatnot, trying to get that Latin vibe in there.
Mm-hmm. Another good target market.
I wear one of the Mexican wrestling masks,
Okay. Oh, and now
and I wear a little cape as well.
Okay.
So it's like an alias for me.
And that's sort of that. I mean, that's your moneymaker. I mean, that's what makes you unique. That is called what we learn in business school. That's called a niche or niche market. That's where the money's at. I have a feeling you don't need to be living at your mama's house. You just choose to because the money's coming in.
Well, you know, I love my mama
Yeah,
dearly.
you do.
My daddy, bless his heart, passed away from a heart attack about 5 years ago. And, you know, she owns that house, and I'll probably inherit it. But, you know, I take care of her and everything.
And those
And I make a decent living.
raccoons are giving you a problem too. And,
Well, I eat well. I eat well.
and mama stays safe.
That's true. I love my mama. Hey, mama, I love you, baby.
All right. So how is business?
You would not believe.
Now-
Now it is actually booming.
Now
Business is up
that
booming.
means how that means if business is booming, that's a good thing. If that means a lot of work. About how many times are you on air?
Now let me share you a little professional secret.
Okay.
You know, basically all I do is just wear the cape and the outfit and just jack off in different rooms, so the background's different.
Oh, so it looks like
and
a
they
different.
eat it up. I don't know what it is. It's like magic.
Now, same mask. Is it always a Mexican wrestler's mask or?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I might change the colors. I might wear purple one day.
Okay.
Might wear red the next. Hell, I wore pink once.
Hey, well, hey, that and what does that match?
Oh, the pink?
The fanny pack.
The fanny pack. Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Now I don't wear the fanny
You don't
pack because
wear
I
the
got to
fanny-
show my sculpted abs. I mean,
I see.
I go to the gym 5 times a week to
Now,
maintain this machine.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually gonna call you out on this, and I hope you don't feel insulted. But well, here's what happened. I'm not exactly proud of this, but I have visited your site.
Are you a
And-
fan? Are
No,
you a fan?
I did this from a journalistic perspective. I
Oh,
wanted to learn.
don't be shy now. Don't be shy now.
No, this is true. I wanted to learn who I was interviewing, and you're unfortunately not being completely honest with me because you do wear things other than the Mexican wrestler mask. I've seen a donkey mask, and I've also seen Richard Nixon. Now, was that you?
Oh, the Dick Nixon.
The Dick Nixon.
Dick
Now,
Nixon.
was that you, or was that another paid actor who?
You know, they have this great thing about when you're successful. You know you're successful when you have impersonators.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna leave it
Okay.
at that.
I see. All right. So
Now, I love Richard Nixon. Goddamn good president. Goddamn good Republican.
yeah.
And I would never defile Mr. Nixon.
Well, now are
ever
you
in my heart?
understood? Well, let's circle back to you in a little bit. But you know, it's always it's a pleasure talking to you and learning about your business. I think you're an outstanding entrepreneur.
Well, I
And,
appreciate that.
Yeah, and
I
I really look forward to your further success with.
Remember, the name of that site is El Toro Rojo Hey,
Okay.
469.
And now, what kind of prices might we expect for like a
Well,
single visit?
If a single visit costs you about $5 to view one video.
Okay,
They're
Well,
about
that's
10 minutes
that's
long.
reasonable.
You know, I do a little strip tease right beforehand.
Sure, and I've noticed you also have membership packages that are also a great value that'll last you all summer.
Yeah,
So
yes,
that's really
Lando, that is
something you,
correct.
you can do.
It's me and a couple of boys down there at the fire department. We all get together and
there's
put on a
nothing,
little tease
but
on it.
and again, there's absolutely nothing homosexual about this. This is
No,
strictly a
no.
business enterprise.
Right. It's all aesthetic. It's just art. It's a
It's
beautiful
art,
thing.
and you're an artist.
It's a beautiful thing.
Well, good for you. And again, we'll circle back with you, and we're going to go to a quick break. We have another sponsor, too, that we have to plug. And again, we want to just plug your website one more time. And also remind us of your team and the success that they're going to look forward to come around the next semester, 2014, middle school football.
Well, I just want to go ahead and give a shout out to my mama. Love
There
you,
go,
mama.
first and foremost.
To boys, if you're listening right now, just know that Chiefs loves you. And y'all need to be working right now and get ready for next season. Because I'm going to be hard on you, but I am going to lead you to victory.
Woo! Very good.
Go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats. Thank you.
To El Toro Red Hay,
Chief.
Check my side out so I can continue doing what I love.
Thank you,
All right.
Chief.
You gotta be a big man if you wanna be a big man. You gotta be a fake man, so you're gonna have to think, man. I don't know what to do, man, cause I just lost my home, man. And I don't wanna fight, man, I just wanna do it right, man. The big man's here. I wanna be your big man, dear. But you don't want me anymore. Now I'm crying big man tears. You gotta be a king man if you wanna wear the ring, man. You gotta be a mountain if you wanna drink the fountain. You gotta be my best friend to hang out on the weekend. I don't wanna fight, man, I just wanna do it right.